Global Ventures 365 review. Hi guys, welcome back to my video. So today I wanted to talk a little about Global Ventures 365 as I have personally used the service for several months, not just read about it. I did have some mixed thoughts about how things would go when I first started with Global Ventures 365. At the beginning, it felt pretty simple, maybe even too simple. But then after a bit, I kind of understood the idea behind it. Global Ventures 365 is clearly not trying to overload you with tools or complicated layouts. Everything is kind of there, easy to find. You log in, open a chart, switch assets, it just works. At times, it almost feels like it just lets you do your thing without pushing extra stuff in front of you. The platform does its best to stay out of the way rather than show off an array of features. I tried moving around the platform quite a bit. Forex, a couple indices, even some crypto pairs. The range is okay, not huge, but not limited either. I would say it covers the basics well. Execution was fine for me. No weird delays or anything that made me stop and think something was off during testing. Now, deposits were actually smoother than I expected. That part was quick, no issues there. Withdrawals, though, a bit slower. Not terrible, just not instant. So yeah, it depends on what you are used to, but for me it was noticeable after a couple of tries. Something I found interesting about Global Ventures 365 is how easy this platform is to use compared to many of its competitors. That's a plus in terms of usability. However, if you are someone who has used a lot of other tools and is looking for something a little more complex, then you may find yourself at some point feeling somewhat limited by it. The support was better than I had expected overall. I contacted them twice. The first reply was kind of quick, the second one took longer, but the answers were real, not those copy-pasted ones you sometimes get. So that was also a plus. About bonuses, they do have some, depending on the account. But honestly, I would always say read everything carefully there. These kinds of programs are rarely as straightforward as they appeared at first. In general terms, a platform like Global Ventures 365 has an easy-to-use feel. You will likely find you can begin using it right away. It does try to avoid being overly complicated. It seems to fall somewhere in the middle of that scale. Perfect? No. Is there room for improvement with small aspects of the platform? Yes. Does it work? Yes. For many individuals, that is all they need. Anyway, that is just my experience with Global Ventures 365. If you tried it too, let me know what you think. I'm actually curious. And yeah, if you found this helpful, feel free to subscribe and maybe drop a comment. See you in the next one.